Okay, I'm just going to walk you through this house clearance, give you a quick look at what we've got to do, where we are. Today's a Monday, it has to be done by Friday, which is fine. Now this is a house which is in the probate right now because the people who lived here died. So as you can see, currently we're stood in the kitchen. Lots of cans, lots of bottles, lots of cans of sweet corn. So we've got all the normal kitcheny bits to remove, bits and pieces of food. A lot of it's old, not a lot has been touched for a number of years within the property. If we get a cough we'll be alright. Not that you'd really want to try it now after so many years. There you go, there's the fridge, that's always the nice one to look at. That's all going, it's all got to go. You can see the ceiling, there's a leak there, which I'll show you more of upstairs. As we walk through, that's where the front door would be. We got a small bathroom. The reason why I sound a bit off is because it's really freezing here. I just put on a t-shirt. I dressed for the date rather than dressing for the actual weather. It's the end of April and it's like 4 degrees or something like that. So here we've got all of this stuff. This has all got to be gone through. The vast majority of that would just go straight up to auction, I would imagine. That's what we've planned for when we quoted. This is the living room. There's a couple of bits in here that are staying. Quite a few bits that are going. Well, everything's going other than a couple of bits. So yeah, so that's that. And then little cupboard under the stairs. Come on, camera focus. There we go. It's because it's low light in there. It's going to be amazing to think what sort of little treasures we're going to find in different parts of the house. So then we come around upstairs and we'll go into bedroom number 1. Well, this is what we're calling bedroom number 1. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of mess. And then you've got the 2 wardrobes just there that all need emptying. Chest of drawers here, these are all full up of clothes and that. In that one and that one there. We'll come round, go to bedroom 2. Again, we got more clothes, more bits and pieces. And just behind here is another cupboard, which again is full up of stuff. So yeah, is there a date on them? Oh, I can't see a date. I can't make out a date there. But it's always good to be able to make out dates, and there you go. You can see the milk chocolate sweet meal. That box is from 1985. Almost as old as me. Not that I look it, of course. And we got another bathroom upstairs and another bedroom. Again with the wardrobes that are ram-packed full of stuff. All need sorting through. Now again, as I said, I've also got this big pile of rubbish. Down in the kitchen, we said about the damp. If I zoom you in down there, yeah, that is actual fungi growing on the carpet because we've got a leak up there somewhere. So that all needs to come down. We'll get them all down. They'll all be going anyway. And then we come around here to bedroom number 4. And you can see again we've got more stuff stacked up, piled up, and everything else like that. So lots of cobwebs in here as well. So yeah, we've got a week in which to do it, which isn't too bad. Today is basically going to be the day where we just go through, we bag up all the rubbish, get everything sorted, and we get ready to bring in the van tomorrow to load everything up. So yeah, I'm going to crack on and I'll speak to you again in a bit. Okay, this is now a couple of hours in. As you can see, things are a little bit different because I've emptied out some cupboards and I've stacked some bits up. All of these down here are now empty. Basically what I've done is I've just gone round and I have split everything between what is rubbish and what is able to go to the charity and what can go to auction and bits and pieces like that. So in here you can see the biggest difference obviously because I've just basically dumped everything in here. So there's all the rubbish all stacked up there, and what this means is just that it's easier for us when we come to the time to get everything out. See, under there's all empty now. That was brand packed full of stuff. Haven't been upstairs yet, that's the next job. But this, again, in here, this is all rubbish. And it just means that when it comes to the lads emptying it all out, it's easy to do. Now, one thing I don't normally bring up in these videos is the food that we find. But I'm seriously thinking about starting a new channel, and it will be something like a Is It Still Edible channel. So you can see we've got Robertson's Morello Cherry, jolly good. It went out of date in October 2000, so that's nearly 18 years out of date. And the Sainsbury's Soft Herring Rose, 2002, in brine. But they're in there, they're all still sealed. Tuna and mayonnaise paste, like this stuff's gross anyway, but where did I see the date on it? There we go, 2001. Yeah, you know, pretty gross. Frank Cooper's original Oxford marmalade. I can't stand marmalade anyway, so there'd be no point me doing that. But this went out of date November 98. But it still looks alright. It's still in there, sealed and everything. And Summerfields, or if you ever worked for them, Scummerfields, and that went out of date with gravy granules in 1993. So yeah. Oh yeah, I also found these as well. I think this was like the standard gift throughout the 90s, and it still is on occasions for your grandparents and that. But I couldn't find the best before date on this one. But they still look alright. Doesn't look... Oh, there it is. 99. So yeah, what's that? 19 years out of date, just about. I reckon they're still edible. Should we give it a try? Not today, not a chance. Right, so yeah, that's basically the downstairs split. So everything's ready, boxed, packed. When the vans turn up, I just got to sort out this little bit of cardboard down here. Just get that moved out of the way with the other cardboard stuff. And then, yeah, it's time to start off upstairs. Right, okay, we're a couple of hours further on again. As you can see, I've moved some stuff down to there. And if you look at that bit there, that's just basically a load of rubbish that's come out of one of the rooms upstairs. So let's go up and have a look and see how it's changed from when we came in and looked first thing this morning. Now you can see up here, this is basically the bags of clothes. These are all set up, ready to go. They got to a local charity. In this room here, you can see that the bed is now up. Remember, this was the bed that was covered in rubbish and all sorts of stuff and everything. The cupboards behind it are now empty. That isn't a body rolled up that's going to jump out on you. That is in fact the bedding. Just all the bedding. Easier just to roll it up into one big thing. So the carpet is coming up, but obviously we've got to do the floor. The chest of drawers are empty, which isn't too bad. And if we come back through and round, you see where I put the cardboard. More cardboard. Cardboard everywhere. And not a box to make. So in here again, this is all empty now. We just stacked various bits and pieces, ready to be taken downstairs, a little bit like the other rubbish has been. And if we go into here, we can see this cupboard here, that's been partially empty, but we were able to find out it is in fact the airing cupboard. And just like everywhere else, there is just cloth, material, clothes, absolutely everywhere. I hope the charity were giving it to weighs it in, because it must be, I don't know, at least half a ton or so, I would say. Right, let me just climb back over this lot. The bathroom, we haven't really done anything other than just go in there and pick up the bits of rubbish, like, and just whack them in a black bag. If we climb over here, right, this room, it still looks pretty messy. We have been in and had a little sort out, but while we were doing the room we're just about to go into, we actually ran out of bags, which is the cardinal sin in this job. You do not ever run out of bags, but we did, and because we're getting towards the end of the day, it was kind of like, well, we just sort of like leave it now. But again, these boxes and some of these down here that we've pulled out, they're just full up of dressmaking material. A lot of it, all the way through. There's loads of it. Unbelievable. And again, that cupboard there, That's got more in, and obviously you can see where the clothes are in that one there. So if we then go around into bedroom number 4, this is the one that had the 2 beds side by side and all the rubbish in the middle. You can see that that side kind of cleared out. Yeah, we ran out of bags, so that's been left there. That's one of the beds, and then over this side is just basically where we stacked up all the rubbish, ready so it can all be taken downstairs tomorrow. And then that'll be ready to be loaded up onto skips, and then out. So yeah, that is it for today. This is the end of day 1. Signing off. Goodbye, and we will see you on day 2, which will be up in just a second. Right, this is day 2, and as you can see, I've got the door open today, allow a bit more air flow through. Yesterday I dressed for the date and not the weather, and it was bloody freezing. Today I've dressed for the date, and it's alright. So what we're doing today is come into here. You can see this has changed a bit since last night because I didn't start recording as soon as we walked in. This is bags and bags of clothes. They are going off to help a local school. They're being picked up soon. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just going around, I'm just emptying everything out the bedrooms other than the furniture. Reason being, because all the furniture goes to one place and all the other stuff goes to somewhere else. Oh, there's me in the mirror. Hello. Right. So yeah, and we still got this mess to tackle. So yeah, right, I'm going to crack on. I will give you updates every now and then, but I'm just going to finish off this room, empty it out, empty out the airing cupboard, and then I'll get over to that room. Right, see you in a bit. Okay, I'm in that room, and as you can see I've made a great start on that wardrobe there. I'm just grabbing out these boxes down here, which have got the a lot of dressmaking stuff in them, and I was just flicking through this one and I thought I'll turn the camera on just to show the camera this bit. So it's just like bags of material and that, and maybe this is like your parents, maybe what your parents done, they put dress cloth into material and other bits and pieces, and obviously halfway through the box you get the books. Obviously wanted to hide them from the kids at some point, but yeah, there you go. That's, I suppose that's how people were during the 70s and 80s. But anyway, I just thought I would show you that. That's all there is in that box of interest, and I'm going to crack on with it because I've still got all of that to go, and I've still got to go over by the mushrooms. Yuck. Right, okay, we're a little bit further along now, about another hour and a half or so since I last spoke to you. As you can see, this room is now pretty much clear. That box there, the bottom of it just exploded as it came out. It was right over in that corner there, so as we rolled it out it just went bleh. So I just thought, sod it, we'll just leave it there for now. This is all the result of a leak that's coming from up in the loft. I don't know if you can see the confetti down there, but it looks as if some of the little 4-legged creatures also got in there, probably prior to the leak, and made themselves a little home. As you can see, I have taken off the doors, but that's fine because that's all coming down anyway, so it's not a problem. So right, that is this room pretty much empty. The carpet's still got to come up, but that's one of the last jobs you do, because then you can just sweep around behind it. So what we've got to do now is just finish off in this room here, where we were yesterday, and we ran out of bags. So it's just a case of bag everything up, get it downstairs, and then I'll show you a video of downstairs. It's quite weird because now it's starting to look a bit like a hoarder's house, whereas up here it's looking all clear and minimalist, I suppose is the right word, isn't it? As we go round and we look in here again, you see it's like this one here is all minimalist now. The airing cupboard's all empty. Might take that out, might leave it, not sure just at the minute, but yeah, that's all empty. So right, yeah, I'm going to crack on with that last room, and then I'll be back in a bit. Okay, I'm still doing this room, only partially way through it, but I thought I'd just hold it there for a second and I would show you a true antique. It's going to be worth absolutely bugger all in the future, but they are now antiques because they're no longer made. And it's one of those. Yellow Pages, this is the Oxford 1991. As you can see, it's got quite a thick thing. So this would have covered pretty much the whole of Oxfordshire and slightly over to Berkshire and Buckinghamshire as well. So it covers quite a big area. If we go into it, I haven't looked in it yet, but if we go into it, let's go and see if we can see hotels and inns. See, there's loads of places of everything. Hypnotherapists. Try and find a house clearance company. House associations. House clearance. See, antique dealers. Oh no, we're not antique dealers, we're not Lovejoys. But anyway, there you go, that's the one from 1990. You can see that, that's quite thick. What's that, ladies? That must be at least 8 inches thick, mustn't it? No, it's actually about 1.5 if you're lucky. And then that one there is the 2005-2006. Now, if you was to read through that one, there'd be no mention of the .coms or emails or anything else like that, I wouldn't have thought. There might be on the odd one or two company, but in that 2005, 2006, roughly the same sort of thickness. We compare them. Yeah, they're roughly the same. But at this point, they've got just down in on the spine there, yow.com, and that was probably the last one that was as thick as that. After that, they've just been going downhill. Our last one that came through the door was about that thick, if you were lucky, and now I believe they're no longer making them. So yeah, that's one from its heyday, and one of the last ones just before everything took a nosedive. Right, that's my break over with. Got to move this lot now. Okay, for reasons of like safety, we're going to leave this lot up here now, and I'll go downstairs and I'll show you why. Obviously we've still got the suitcases there. But where we've been bringing everything down, and there was so much up there, that's now the bit to what would have been the front door, and that's now the dining room. So where I was saying upstairs it looks like a true hoarder's place, downstairs it now does, yeah, absolutely, totally. So what we'll do is we'll leave it as it is, and then we've got the skips arriving, extra hands arriving, and we'll just basically just get everything out of here. And then once everything's out of here, we'll get everything from upstairs, because I don't want to bring anything else down for safety reasons. So what I'll do is I'll crack on now with some of that stuff in the kitchen, and then it's out to the garage. Okay, so I've just cleaned out these cupboards here. I did mean to do them yesterday, but I never got round to what I ended up doing upstairs. And while I did, I found a couple of things. And if you remember earlier in the video, I done the can you still eat it? Or do I make up a YouTube channel? Well, I thought I'd do one with can you still drink it? Now, I don't know if you could see that, but this is Sainsbury's Scottish Spring natural mineral water. And I always thought that water never went off. That was my belief. But I hope you can see it. Past all the bubbles, there's like little shards of something. It's like a glitter ball, but they're not bubbles, but there's obviously something in there which has either come off the glass, or it's growing in the water, or it's come off the lid. But there's loads of it in there. There you go, you can see it all there, just floating around. But this went out of date December 91. So yeah, a long time ago. This is another old one. I thought it had a best before date on it. It had a barcode, that's one bonus. But yeah, that's another old one, and that's kept fine. There's nothing really floating around in that. That's just a load of bubbles there. So anyway, the next one, Sainsbury's Cocoa. Looks very nice, doesn't it? If you spin it round, unfortunately it's got a great big dent in it. You can see a giveaway is that it says metric pack on it. Now, there was a time in the UK where we could actually sell stuff only in ounces, and then it changed over to being grams and everything else like that, all to do with the EU, but I ain't going to get involved in that. But as you can see, it was originally priced up at 96 pence, roughly how much you can buy hot chocolate for today actually, and then it was reduced down to 90. And on the bottom here, if I hold it up the right way, that's the best before date. Can you see that? 19/11/80, or is that the manufacture date? I don't know, but either way, there you go, if I hold it like that, 19/11/80, 1980s, with the metric on the side of it, that would ring true, because it was 1970 something that we joined all the new laws and rules and regulations and everything. There is still some in there. Let's crack it open, because obviously it's been opened before. I haven't opened it. I actually opened up another hot chocolate to have a look inside. Let's have a look and see. Bit of card. It's still in there. Look at that. Oh, that's strong. That is really, really strong. Whew. That's like blow your boots off strong. But yeah, I'd be tempted if I was desperate. But anyway, things to do, things to crack on with. Okay, so this is day 4. As you can see, we've got a skip which is full. The 12-yarder. The garage has still got a little bit that needs removing from it. If we go in and have a look, you had to see straight away all the rubbish has gone out the kitchen. And then upstairs, most of the stuff's gone off the landing now. You can see we got rid of all the clothes. They've all gone off to charity. Still got the wardrobes to pull down, bed stuff. A couple of other little bits and pieces there. Bedroom 2 hasn't changed. Bathroom, bedroom 3. That room. You can see we pulled down the wardrobes. See where the leak was coming through the loft. So we got rid of it all out of here, pretty much. Just got to bring up the carpet now. And obviously get rid of that box of books. That's my t-shirt there. I've dressed for the weather today, and it's too bloody hot. So I've just got a top on. And in here, this hasn't changed. Again, so we've got to get this all downstairs. And then we'll be ready to go, because tomorrow, day 4, is the final day. Right, it's about an hour and a half after the last little bit, and as you can see, we have made loads of progress. This is bedroom number 1, which is now, I'm going to leave that there, is now empty other than the carpets. That's the carpets from in here and the carpet from the landing. Going round to bedroom number 2. Again, all that's in here is just the carpet. We left the airing cupboard pretty much as it was seen last time, but that's all empty, all gone. And then the bathroom, that's now been cleared out. Got rid of the rubbish bag that was in here. And bedroom number 3 is that bedroom. You can see the extent of the damage that the water ingress has done. These boards might be able to be saved, but they're still wet, still damp. It feels okay, but I don't know, whoever buys it might want to replace them. And then finally, bedroom number 4. Remember, it had one bed there, stacks of rubbish everywhere. It is now just an empty room other than the carpet. Right, we've got downstairs to do. We've got to go and pick up a van to get rid of the furniture and bits, and we've got to get the carpet off the stairs. Okay, so we're now at the end of day 4. We can't go on anymore, unfortunately, because the van hasn't shown up. That'll be here tomorrow morning. So yeah, this is basically how the front room looks. It is just rubbish that's got to be taken out. The sofas and that, they'll just go straight on the van. As soon as you get the larger stuff out of here, you'll be able to see everything a lot clearer and a lot easier. So you then come through. Understairs cupboard is done. You've already seen upstairs, nothing has changed there. The carpets are still up there, they just have to come downstairs. This room here is now pretty much empty, other than a couple of bits and bobs, which isn't going to take too much just to get rid of tomorrow and get them out of here. And then we go through to, so we've still got all that rubbish piled up there. That just came from upstairs, but again, there's a few larger pieces in there, and as soon as they're taken out, it just all looks totally different. The cooker is pulled out, as you can see. Reason being is because I disconnected it, because it was in there. So we've got that out. I'm just waiting for some water to drain out so I can disconnect the washing machine, just make sure I don't need to bring any wrenches or anything with me. But other than that, and obviously taking out the fridge, that's the kitchen pretty much done. So yeah, I'm going to leave you to it, and I will see you tomorrow morning, which will be in about 2 seconds time. Okay, this is now day number 4. It's at the end of the day. We didn't have time to do anything at the start of the day because we've just been flying about because there was hold-ups on the travel coming here. But as you can see, this is bedroom 1 and that's now empty. And then we go round to bedroom number 2. And again, we are dealing with empty rooms everywhere, which is brilliant. Airing cupboard still nice and empty. Around to the bathroom, and that's empty. So the only thing that's really changed since the last time you saw these is that all the carpets have now gone. And there we go there. So this is the room with the twin beds. There we go. And downstairs, see all the carpets have gone here. There was a curtain there, that's gone. Let's go around to the dining room. You can see this is empty. And under the stairs cupboard, the living room. If you remember, there was a bed over here, there was chairs, there was a couple of sofas, we've got a couple of bits which are left at the client's request. And we cut across to the kitchen. Not a lot's changed, but the washing machine, cooker and the fridge have all gone. All the cupboards are empty. Right.